gonna call you a Chihuahua. You'd be mad at me right
Chihuahuas
now.
are cool and they're buff. What's up, you guys? So we have a very special video today. Obviously, I'm here with my girlfriend. Her name is Jessie. You guys have met her before. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. So today I figured I guess it's kind of a break from, the fitness videos that we're always doing, well, that I'm always doing on the channel. I just thought it would be kind of fun to do just a couples Q&A. I've never done one of those because I've never had someone to do them with. So now that I have someone to do them with, we're going to start doing them. So let's do this couples Q&A.
Okay.
But I asked you guys on Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. If you're not following her on Instagram, go ahead and do that. I asked you guys, just to send us a bunch of questions, and we're gonna answer a bunch of questions now. So let's do that.
Okay.
While you're on your phone.
Yes.
Not listening to me. See how it is?
I'm listening to you.
Morgan_Lee44. What's your favorite hobby to do together? You can answer that first.
Go to the gym.
Favorite hobby to do together?
Go to the gym.
You think so?
Yeah, we always have fun when we go to the gym.
That's true. I think our favorite hobby to do together is eat.
We do go to the gym a lot and we eat a lot.
Yeah.
We eat more than we go to the gym.
That's not true. I live at the gym.
It's not true.
No, it is true.
Eric Mogan asked, which of you has a more extensive hair care regimen? That would be me.
It takes me okay, it depends. If I just got a new haircut that I'm trying to figure out, it'll take me a little bit longer. But normally once I get my hair care, what I want to do with it done, this is a brand new haircut. I know it doesn't look very much different, but it's a little bit more messy. So it takes me a while in the mornings to get this. Well, it doesn't even take that long, but it definitely takes you a lot longer. Because all I do is take a shower and then I'll put some water in my hair, put my product in, and that's it. What's yours like?
It depends what I'm doing that day. Today it didn't take very much. But
Really? Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
Danny Antonia asked, if you both had known each other 5 years ago, do you think you'd still like each other? I know that for me, I would have, because 5 years ago I was really heavy. I was at my biggest, and I know that I would have been very attracted to you still. But knowing how I would have been too afraid to ever say anything to you, so I would have never even talked to you. So I would have never, or if I would have talked, if I would have ended up talking to her, it would have been, I would have put myself, this might not make any sense to some of you guys, but some of you guys might understand what I'm trying to say. I would have just put myself in the friend zone because I wouldn't have wanted my feelings to get hurt, because eventually I felt with girls that are as pretty as her, back when I was heavier, I just assumed that they wouldn't like me no matter what. I had no chance, so I would have put myself in that friend zone area and then just not have even tried to, pursue a relationship with you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, and 5 years ago was a completely different stage of life. I think 5 years ago I was graduating high school. So I was just, we're still young, so we're still kids, but I was a kid, I didn't know what I was doing or anything like that. So I think it just would have been a completely different, stage of life. I don't know. Okay, Opus the Penguin? Penguin spelled P-E-N-G-W-I-N, win, for the win. What are Jessie's goals? Also, have you thought about getting into anything like triathlons, mud runs, powerlifting events? I'm just kind of starting to get into powerlifting, baby steps. So, nothing crazy. I did talk about doing a Spartan race, but I think right now I'm just working on figuring out what the goal is still. So, working towards a goal.
For me, as far as goals are, well, I guess the goals thing was for you, but for me, as far as doing a Spartan run, that's not something I'm super interested in, because running still kind of hurts because of the skin. It goes up and down. And then as far as a powerlifting meet, that is something that I'm kind of interested in doing in the future. Right now, I'm really focusing on trying to put on muscle for the men's physique show that I'm going to be doing. But powerlifting is something that I want to do in the future for sure. John Luke Martin asked, he said, John, we know she probably steals your hoodies. True. Do you steal her stretchy pants?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm wearing them right now. You just can't see. Campbell Westrom asked, do you guys motivate each other at the gym when you go together, or do you just do your own thing?
I think I don't know how much motivation I am for you, but I think you definitely motivate me. When I'm going to the gym and I'm thinking oh, I really want to go heavier today, for squats. I really want to do it, but what if I can't? And you're just just do it. Just do it. And usually I can. Usually it's not even like a second thought once I do it. So I think like for sure when I work out with you is different than when I'm working out with myself, because I might push myself a little harder when I'm with you, because you just encourage me more than I like encourage myself.
Yeah. And then for me, I mean, for any guy, if you're going with a pretty girl, it motivates you to work harder. But usually we'll work out together, and then maybe we'll end up doing our own thing if we're maybe not on the same workout or whatever it is. Like, we don't have to, like, if we're going to the gym together, it's not like we have to be together the whole time when we're working out. Yeah. It's like, if she needs help with squats, or if I need someone to film or something like that, you know what I mean, we'll be together. Or if she has a question about something, I'll always help. And then it's always like extra motivation to have, you know, someone there that, you know, you find very attractive, that's watching you get super buff, and it's always motivating, I feel like.
Shay Ritchie, when are you and Jesse going to come visit me and Danny Gets Fit?
When you guys pay for our tickets to come visit us.
We would love to come to Canada.
Yes, I would love to go to Canada.
I've never been to Canada.
And try
Canada would be awesome.
All of your maple syrup and all of your, what else do they have in Canada?
Do you guys have really good tea?
And your tea? Yes, that would be great.
I think that's something I heard. Don't hold me to it. Steph Slagle.
That's her best friend. Don't act like it's not your best friend. That's her best friend that asked this question, just so you guys can get a little bit of context. She was gonna say it like, some random person named Stephanie asked this question. Sorry if it's windy, we're outside. But.
She asked, if John were a dog, what kind of dog would he be? And if J Babes, that's me, J Baby J Money, were a dog, what kind of dog would she be? So if John were a dog,
bull mastiff. I'd be like a mixture between a pit bull and a Rottweiler.
I think you'd just be a pit bull.
Wait, no, really? You think I'd be a pit bull?
Yeah, because
I thought you were gonna say something like wiener dog or something like that. Something that's not very like scary.
No, pit bulls are like really sweet to other people, but they're like ferocious when they need to be. So.
See, you heard it here first. I'm ferocious when I need to be. You would be. This is lame, but it's so true. You'd be a poodle.
I would not be a poodle.
Yeah, you'd be a poodle. Very pretty, smart.
What about golden retriever?
I guess the same. No, you're a poodle. You don't get to choose your own dog. You're a poodle because they're smart and
Poodles
they're pretty.
Smell.
They do?
Yes, they smell.
Well, that's perfect. You smell and.
So, Large and In Charge asks, who broke the fart barrier first? That would be Protein King over here.
I probably broke the fart barrier like the first date. I was probably like, hi, it's nice to meet you. My name's John, and then I farted.
No, the best part is that you didn't even really break the fart barrier. You just did it and like pretended that you didn't.
What? Really? Do you know the time when this happened?
Yes.
Let's hear the story then.
We were with your mom and your niece, and you farted like, I was like choking on it. And you were like, oh my gosh, Mom, I think you need to change your diaper. And I was like, that was a man's fart. That was not your niece's diaper.
I blamed it on Faith. I blamed it on Faith?
Yes, you blamed it on Faith. And I just stared at you and I was like, that was not your niece. Like, no way, no how. Like,
that is fantastic. I'm smarter than I thought I was. That's amazing. Anthony _1990 asked, how much has John or O2B changed since his popularity increased? So have I changed since I've gotten more popular?
I think it kind of forces you to decompartmentalize things, right? Like but we talked about that in the video of how we met. Like things kind of got jumbled up and all mixed together. So like your YouTube life was everything. It was your social life. It was your personal life. It was everything. It was your business, everything. But I think that in the beginning, you didn't really know how to handle, none of us did. None of us knew how to handle the popularity and all the attention. But I think that it's kind of forced you in a good way to separate different areas of your life and really put YouTube in the YouTube spot and personal stuff in the personal stuff. And I mean, as far as social goes, like social media is social media. So like YouTube, Instagram, everything like that, that's like kind of all its own thing. But I think it kind of force you to put things in perspective. So, I don't know, it's been good. It's not bad, obviously.
Yeah, it was definitely, we talked about all of this. If you haven't seen the video, it's just our relationship video.
The morning notes, yeah, like right? Our relationship.
We talked about how everything kind of changed, but yeah, it was definitely when everything first changed, it was just hard for me to, I mean, it's just my whole life literally changed in a matter of maybe 2 weeks or something like that. So everything was really hard. So definitely at the beginning, like we've talked about this, like we weren't together for a few months because of everything that happened, you know. I just didn't know how to handle things, and I mean, I wasn't treating her as good as I should have. I wasn't like everything that I was doing, I just felt like I wasn't doing enough of, and I wasn't doing good enough. So it was really hard for me to really like kind of, like you said, decompartmentalize. What is the word? It's a big word.
Decompartmentalize.
It's a big word. Do that. So it was rough, but I feel like now, I mean, as far as a person, I'm not sure. I mean, it's hard for me to say, but I feel like I haven't really changed too much. Like as far as like my things that I hold close to me and things like that.
No, I think if anything, like you probably just remembered who you really were. You know, because I think during all of that, it was like, do I have to be somebody different? What do I have to do different to handle all this stuff and be this kind of what's that? Not idol.
Mm-hmm. But just someone that people
like
look
person
up to.
in the limelight kind of thing. Like
yeah.
somebody that people trust and look up to and take advice from. And so I think it was kind of making you question what you had to change or if you had to change anything, but you didn't.
That's a good point. Yeah, because like for me, I really take giving advice and people looking up to me, I take that as like I really respect that, and I feel like, what's the word I'm looking for? I really don't want to ruin that, or I don't want to really, like, anyone's trust that they put in me, I don't want them to feel like they've put in the wrong person. Mm-hmm. So for a long time it was hard for me to, it was just such a big, I guess it was like a burden on me, like feeling like people looked up to me, and I just wanted to make sure that they still wanted to look up to me at certain points, I guess, you know, and that was hard for me to deal with, but yeah.
But you were forgetting it's okay to be human.
Nobody's perfect.
Yanni Vera 1 asked, is Jesse going to go to any expos with you? Prob's gonna head up to LA for one of.
Yeah, so with the expos, I'm just gonna be honest. Like I usually don't pay for my flight getting there because honestly I can't really afford that right now. So it's usually that, like, I'm going with Quest, but whoever takes me to the expo will pay for my flight and my hotel, and that's really expensive, and it's not something that I can afford. It's not something that we can afford. So I'm really lucky and blessed to have people that will fly me out, and they usually won't fly someone else out with them unless like they're married or something like that. So they just don't, they never offer, and I'm not someone that's gonna be like, hey, you need to fly this person out because of things. But that being said, we do live really close to LA. It's about a 2-hour drive, so hopefully she'll be able to make it to the LA Fit Expo coming up in a few months. But yeah, with like the Arnold and stuff like that, it's just kind of hard because it's not up to me really who they fly out. It's kind of their choosing, and I can't really force them to bring, not as much as I want to, it's not like I don't want to ask,
and like I have a different job.
Yeah, exactly. She can't just pick up and leave and be like, hey, why do you need a whole week off? Oh, I'm going to the Arnold with my boyfriend. It's kind of hard. Julian's Transformation asked, before you got together, was she, Jessie, working out a lot, or does she just do it because you do? Do you only work out because me?
No.
Oh.
I actually come from a really not really. My parents are pretty athletic.
Sure.
My dad played a little bit of football, like very little in high school, but he's ran marathons and knows how to be in good shape, knows what it looks like, knows what it takes, and same goes for my mom. She is actually she's
a beast. Her mom is
insane. Like
seriously.
My mom is scary buff and not middle-aged. She's not even that old yet. No. She's in her 40s, but she gym committed.
She's awesome.
Every single day.
When we went up to visit her family, we went to the gym every single day with her mom.
And my mom is I'm not skipping a day. And when I told my mom that we were coming a little later, she was like, really? I skipped the gym for nothing? She just she loves the gym, everything. So she used to manage a gym before I moved to San Diego. So when she managed the gym there, I would work out with her. She would teach me new things, and then I would start working out on my own. So before I met John, I did know what working out was and the extent of it. So
T-Lin XOXO, this one's a deep one, you guys. So how does Jessie feel when she sees comments of girls fawning all over you because you're a well-known fitness figure on Instagram? I see comments all the time from girls. How did it make you feel, especially at the beginning of your relationship? And if you do you ever get jealous? How do you combat those feelings?
When at the beginning of our relationship, it was a lot worse because everything was just happening. So I would get pretty jealous, and I'd get kind of mad that people would know that we're together and disrespect me that way, kind of. But then I realized it's just how it is. Like, it's not a big deal. And especially now, I think we're both just a lot more secure in our relationship that there's no need for me to be like, who is this girl in Norwegia that says you are so hot? Like, I know he's not hitting up this girl from Norwegia that's saying he's so hot.
Is Norwegia
like,
even a real place?
Yes, isn't it?
Norwegia?
Norwegia?
Don't you mean
Norway?
Norway, yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Norwegian.
Kill me. Norway. Kill me.
So, but what you were saying at the beginning, like, in the beginning of our relationship, I feel like it was a lot worse because, like, the posts that I would make would kind of insinuate that I was single. Like, not when we were together, but before we were together. You know what I mean? I would make posts to be like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, at the beginning of our relationship, people didn't know because it's not like everyone sees every single, you know, Instagram picture. But I feel like especially as I've posted more, but just as it's more known, it's tapered off a little bit. Would you agree with that at all?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
M. Brooks0 asked, what is your first memory when you think about Jesse and vice versa? The first memory that I have when I think about you, we've talked about this before, was when we were folding the towels and I said what I said. I said a really terrible pickup line. It's in one of the other videos. I'm not gonna say it again, but that's what I always think about, was that day when we were talking. That's the first thing I think. What about you?
The first thing I think is for sure when you said it would be a shame if I died before you got my number.
I have the worst pickup lines of all time. It's so bad. It's so bad. Terrible. Eric Mogan, another question from Eric, asked, how will you guys be spending the holidays? Will you drive up to her family one holiday, or where she go solo, like on Christmas? So what will we be doing? Tell them. You can tell them.
Okay, for Thanksgiving, we'll be staying here in San Diego, so we'll be kind of doing halvesies. So we'll come to your families and then go to my family that I live with. And then...
lives down here, that's not her actual family?
Yeah. And then for Christmas, we're gonna go spend it with my family.
I'm really excited I'm really excited for the whole thing. I'm really excited for her to be here on Thanksgiving and then me to go be with her family that's here. It's not really her family, but the family that she lives with that's down here. For Thanksgiving, just because I love everyone that I'm able to spend time with, and I love all of them. And then it's gonna be really exciting because last year, I wasn't able to go up, and she went by herself, and I wasn't able to go up during Christmas and visit her family. And I'm really excited because like you guys, I mean, if you've watched one of the most recent videos where I went up and visited her family, I just recently went up and visited them. So it won't be like oh, this is the first time I'm ever meeting you, and it's Christmas. It'll be, you know, it'll just be us having fun, hanging out. You know, I'm really excited about that, and so it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be weird for me though, because it's gonna be the first time that I'm not with my family, like my mom and my brother and my sister and stuff, on Christmas and on the holidays. So that's gonna be interesting. But
yeah, but I think it'll be cool for like you to see like my family tradition and stuff like that, and be a part of that.
Are we gonna have cookies? Yes.
And make a gingerbread house.
Oh, okay, I'm down with that. So that is gonna conclude this Q&A. I hope you guys got some information, or just some, you know, now you know a little bit more about our relationship. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you guys. Thanks everyone that left comments on the picture for the Q&A. I appreciate it, and I'm glad we were able to answer some of your questions. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys, and I love you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that Jesse wanted to say. What was it? Yeah.